People of the internet, RetroRaconteur here. I'm just a dad who loves games and the stories they tell, and it sounds like the Witcher multiplayer game is in a bit of trouble. Thanks to a recent regulatory report from CD Projekt Red, the multiplayer Witcher game, codenamed Project Sirius, will soon see a new framework. Does that mean reboot? Personally, I didn't even know a multiplayer Witcher game was in development until I saw the news about this recent update. If you missed it, it may have been because they announced the project back in October of 2022, alongside a flurry of other big announcements, including a brand new Witcher trilogy, as well as a major Cyberpunk expansion. Included in all of these announcements was Project Sirius, which was initially described as an innovative take on the Witcher universe, telling an unforgettable story for existing Witcher fans and new audiences. It's being developed by the Molasses Flood, a Boston-based studio founded in 2014 that's behind titles The Flame and the Flood and Drake Hollow. Jumping ahead to January of 2023, a series of senior job listings were posted for Project Sirius on CD Projekt Red's website. Those listings caught the eyes of fans and gave us an early indication that the game should have co-op as well as PvE, in addition to a class system and social activities. They were hiring for a senior multiplayer designer that should be highly passionate about multiplayer games and systems, game modes, class design, player progression, social activities, etc. A listing for a narrative director position also mentioned branching and non-linear storytelling. Fast forward now to March of 2023, and this is where things appear to take a turn. What we have is this very formal statement from CD Projekt Red notifying shareholders of a decision to establish a impairment allowance regarding Project Sirius. There are really two sections we should highlight. The first one is here saying this is a formal statement to announce their, quote, decision regarding the establishment in the company's books of an impairment allowance with regard to expenses incurred in the scope of development work related to Project Sirius, which is under development at the Molasses Flood studio. They also make a note here at the bottom that this is being translated, so there could be some discrepancies here and things may not translate perfectly. And then here's the big line at the end. The aforementioned decision is based on results of evaluation of the scope and commercial potential of the original concept of Project Sirius and ongoing work on formulating a new framework for this project. So what we have here is a situation where CD Projekt Red poured a lot of money into research and development on an initial framework for Project Sirius. But even after spending what converts to just under 10 million USD, they don't feel good about the commercial viability of the original concept. And many are interpreting this new framework bit here to essentially mean the project is getting a reboot. I suppose the good news here is that if you were looking forward to this, it's not canceled, but the bad news here is that the project will be undergoing a reboot and is even further out than it was before. Either way, the project was already going to be a long ways off, but now with this announcement, almost certainly not going to be something we'll see anytime soon. Now, as for the other Witcher games, Project Polaris is set to be the next entry in the mainline series, which they describe as a story-driven open-world RPG built on the legacy of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. They're also referring to it as the beginning of a brand new Witcher trilogy, and the last we heard on that one is that they're aiming to deliver all 3 games of the trilogy within a 6-year window. Now, we still don't know the exact date of when that's coming out or even a target for that. We don't even know the official name. All we do know is that once that first one does release, they're hoping that the full trilogy will be out within 6 years, which is a pretty exciting and pretty ambitious considering all that they have going on. All of these Witcher updates are something I'm sure we'll continue to hear about over the next few years. If you'd like to see us cover those updates here on the channel, make sure to leave a like on the video. And honestly, if you'd prefer we don't make any more videos on it, leave a thumbs down, and that will help me decide if you want to see more videos like this. As always, thank you all so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.